Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to explode layers, um, match the properties to a zero, and then to overkill the layers. But first I'm going to close the file that we copied all the layers from. So you'll just go to your previous file, you'll hit the X. No, I don't want to save it. I didn't change anything. So what we have here is we have this S grid, and we're going to make it ours. So the first thing to do is we're going to explode it just to make sure we get it all into its basic components. So I think we can go over here to this little explode button, click it, a bottom left click up to the top, left click button. It doesn't look like it got all the, let's see if we can, oh, it might be good there. It just grabbed what it could grab that is explodable. So the lines probably don't need to be exploded, but it looks like the grid, bubble, and the letters are. So I'm done selecting objects, so I'm gonna right click enter. It doesn't seem, it says down here 39 were not able to be exploded. Fine, I don't think it was explodable, or they were fine as they were. So now I want to make this copied S grid, I want to make it the same properties as this zero layer. So what I do quickly to get that to happen is I'll push MA, match properties. I'll click on the circle, which is the properties I want, which is layer 0. And then it says now destination objects. So my destination objects are going to be this S grid. So I'm going to grab down here, just like we have been, go up to the left, and then left click again, and we're done. So right click enter. And so now, as you can see, all this stuff is not on S grid, it's on 0. So what we do after this is part of the cleanup. It may not make too much sense right now, but what we've got to do now is we want to overkill. Sometimes there are lines under lines under lines, or circles under circles, or letters under letters. And what overkill does is it kills everything underneath. So basically you'll go over, and then you see overkill, boom. And then again, you'll do the left click down here, up here, left click, we're done selecting, right click enter, and you should have these boxes checked. Optimize segments within polylines, combine collinear objects, and maintain associative objects. Make sure those check boxes are checked. Click OK. And as you can see down here, there were no overlapping objects. And so after that's done, we want to put now the circle and the letter on grid bubble layer, and we want to put the line on grid layers. So what I do for the grid bubble is I'll start here on the left, bottom left corner to grab all, and I'll left click and I'll grab, see how you're not grabbing the whole line, so it won't grab the line. So I'm going to grab that to grab those grid bubbles, and now I'm going to use my little line there, and I'm going to grab all of these. But now we got to be careful of that line down there at the bottom on 16, because it's very short. You don't want to grab it. So let's grab all of that. Let's go down and look. No, it looks like we stayed right in the middle and we didn't grab it. Didn't grab that one either. And we're all good there. Oh, looks like I'm going to hold a control to get these last two. Oh, let's see. Let's just grab it. I'm clicking on them because for some reason it didn't grab. So anyways, we've got all the grid circles and the letters, and we put both of those on grid bubbles. So we come over to our layer and we put it on grid bubble. And if I escape twice, there it is. A is on grid bubble, as you can see, and the circle is on grid bubble. Now the next thing we can do is get the lines on grid. So since the bubbles are all close, I'm going to go from up here and select this way. But I don't want to touch that circle because I want to leave that on the 0. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab right up until we get those two little ones. See those little ones on the angle? Got that one. And then I'm going to get in here avoiding the circle. I think those are grids, so I'm going to grab those. Got to get those two since they weren't full lines. And those two also. And now I've got the grid lines, and I'm going to put these on grid. And if I go here, there is grid. Escape twice, and you've got your grid set.